Hi YouTube, it's Lena, and I'm here today with my hashtag Team Project Pan update. Now I have some empties that I'm happy to show you. I'm not adding too much in this time because we are the last update before the finale, but you know, I'm adding a couple of things, just not a lot. But we'll get into that and why I'm not adding certain things in a second. So, I finished my foundation. It's the L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover Foundation. Last time I was here and I managed to finish the rest of this up. There might be some more in here, but A, I don't want to cut it open because I just don't. And B, this packaging is actually really hard to squeeze at the bottom. So there's probably another use or two in here, but I don't care enough to actually go through with like cutting it open or squeezing the ever-loving crap out of it and hurting my hands in the process. Let's see, weight changes. Last time it was 25.3 grams and now it is 17.3. I am not replacing that. Not because I don't have other foundations that I can start working on for next year. I definitely have that. But I just want to play with my foundations this month. I have a couple that I've had for a while that I haven't even tried that I purchased. So like throughout the year I purchased a couple of foundations and I haven't even tried them yet because I've been working on trying to get other ones finished. So I figured for December I'll just play with my foundations. Now primer, I did finish the Cover FX blurring primer. Last time we were here and I managed to finish the rest of it up. Last time it weighed 20.4 grams and now it weighs 18.3, so that wasn't too hard to finish. I am replacing that. I am replacing it with a mini. This is the Becca Skin Love, what is this called? Glow Elixir. So just like a little mini. It's right at the top. I've never used it. Hopefully I can make it work for me. It is winter, basically. Like, I know it's not officially winter yet, but it's winter. So I'm pretty sure it'll work fine. It is currently 11.9 grams, and I hope to actually finish that by the next update. Now, I actually forgot to show this in my empties. Like, it just got left in the other room by mistake. But I finished my Real Her Definer Brow Pencil. It doesn't roll up anymore. It is completely gone. I made a paper mark, but I don't feel like taking a picture of it to insert it in, but I didn't have a lot left. It's a very fine micro pencil, so it went very, very quickly. Quicker than I expected even. I am replacing it. I am replacing it with something that I don't expect to finish by next update, but it's just what I'm going to be working on next. It is the Makeup Revolution, what is this called exactly? Brow pencil. I don't know. And medium brown, but it's another one of those triangular ones, but it's still creamy, so it's totally usable. That's what we have. I did make a mark for this in my notebook. So next time I will have like a measurement of progress. Now, I was very happy to finish this. It's my lip liner. It is the Wet n Wild Perfect Pout Gel Lip Liner in Red the Scene. The last little bit, what was probably only one or two uses, finally popped out. I will insert my paper progress here. I have been working on it all year because I knew for a red one it was going to take me all year to use up, but I finished it and that makes me very happy. Now, if you saw my makeup I wanted to finish in 2020, you would know what happened to this. I'll link that video down below in case you want to go back and look at it. This is my Wet n Wild highlighter in Precious Petals. It's one that I had like tried to lighten by mixing other powders with it and it didn't really work. Well, last night the night before last, before I was trying to film, I dropped it on the floor, but it didn't break. Only like the packaging broke slightly, so I thought it was fine. But when I held it up to show it, it all popped out and fell on my desk and just shattered into a million pieces. There was no saving it, and I'm tired of it. I didn't want to save it. So that is done. It is going into my yearly empties, even though I really only finished about half of it. But that was still a crap ton of highlighter, so I say it counts. I I had like a mini freak out on camera. Like not a normal like screaming freak out. I was just cackling at it because I was so over that highlighter. I finished my nail polish. This is the final coating of it, even though it's all chipped to hell. This is my Wet n Wild Mega Last nail polish. Let me pull up the, Let me pull up the weights so that I can talk about it. Last time it was here, and it looks like it's about here now, but I cannot get enough out to actually paint my nails anymore. So it's done. It worked my ass off on this nail polish, so it is done. I am fine with calling it done. I even tried putting in some nail polish thinner and I still couldn't get a proper coat, so we are calling it done. Last time it weighed 26.6 grams, now it weighs 25.5. I used up a whole gram of product, which I don't even think there's that much in here. There's like 5 grams of product in here, and since I've put it in, I have used up right at 4 grams. So like, of course there's some coating it, there is some at the bottom, but I have used up all the, not even easily, as much as I could possibly use. It's done. And finally, I have 4 perfume samples because instead of putting in another perfume that I wasn't gonna finish by the end of the year, I threw in the rest of my samples. I have Narciso Rodriguez for Her. I have C by Giorgio Armani. I have Prada Carbon Luna Rosa. I actually really loved this. It's a men's fragrance. It smells so good, so I ended up really enjoying that. And I have one that I got from Influencer that I'm not supposed to talk about on social media. Like they sent me it in a black box and everything, but this is another perfume sample, so I finished 4. I didn't bring my perfume samples in here this time. I kind of forgot. Like, not on purpose, just it slipped my mind. But the one that I'm not supposed to talk about, I literally finished today, so I don't even have a new one picked out anyway. So I gained that one in the past month, but I used up 4, so I'm still down 3. So happy about that. And now for everything else, I have my Hard Candy eye corrector for my concealer. It now comes apart, but I kept the top so that I could still weigh it properly. But now I can set it over here because, you know, I don't need that anymore. Last time it weighed 11.5 grams. This time it weighs 11.2. So I've used up right at 3 grams of product, and it comes with 4.9. So this will definitely be finished by next year, which is awesome. I mean, I use like a dot under each eye. I'm not surprised that it's not done yet. Next is my setting spray. It is the Morphe Setting Mist. This was the one done in collaboration with Jeffree Star. Let's see, it feels very empty, but it's still going. It started at 96 grams even, now it's at 66.6 grams. Next is my matte bronzer. So I finally got around to repressing it. Here are the pictures I took of the repressing process. So because of that, the weight no longer matters. Like, I kind of meant to do some weighing of product so that I could still keep an accurate weight. And then as I was repressing, I forgot. Have you ever forgot? It happened to me. So this is what it looks like now. And despite it looking like there's a lot of product, something about this formula did not repress well. I don't know what I could have done differently, honestly. Maybe just the MAC Extra Dimension bronzers are not meant to be repressed because it like chunks up and goes flying every time I use it. So I still foresee this being done by the end of the year. And it's kind of a bummer that it's doing that, but like I don't know how I would have done that one differently, unfortunately. So last time it weighed 39.8 grams, but like I said, I've stopped weighing it, so hopefully it'll be done by next month. Next is my blush. Here's what it looked like last time. I also repressed this, so here is the repressing photos. I actually mixed it in with a little bit of a different blush. It's the Urban Decay blush in Bittersweet to kind of re-amp up the purple because I had used up most of the purple, and it did help. Unfortunately, it is shown that I still had a shit ton of product left. I'm not going to finish this by the end of the year, unfortunately. I'm going to take a break from it at the beginning of the year and try to work on a little mini that I have. And then after that, go back into working on this because I do like the blush. It's still a really pretty color now that I've mixed in a bit more purple. But I need a break. I need a big break. So even though I mixed some product in, it didn't seem to hurt the weight too bad. Last time it was 37.1 grams, now it's 36.5. Now I have used up like 4 grams of that blush over the year. It unfortunately does not say how many grams are in it. I don't know, but apparently more than 4 grams of blush. Let's see, did the highlighter. The highlighter last time was 40.7 grams. The packaging itself is 36.4. Not surprised. So I lost like another 4 grams of highlighter by it falling out. Next is my matte paint pot in soft ochre. Here's what it looked like last time. And here we are today. I'm kind of still hoping to hit the bottom. I'm not really expecting to because I mean this thing is like the endless pit of product. I've heard people say that it takes them a year to use this up, and I am about 8 months into this of solid usage because I took a break in the middle of the year to finish a different eye primer so that I could have an eye primer in my makeup empties basically. But yeah, I don't know how people finish this in a year. You wear a lot more makeup than I do, that's how. Next is my e.l.f. gel eyeliner. I admittedly did not work on this a lot in the last month. Here's what it looked like last time. And here we are today. I've been using my liquid liner from NYC that's in a different Project Pan more because it's older and I don't think it's drying up, but apparently there was less product in it than I thought. Maybe some of the product is just literally evaporated because I'm already starting to get less product out of it. So I figure let me work on that and finish it up, and then I can go back into working on that a lot more. The weight did change to my eternal surprise. Last time it was 22.2 grams. This time it is 21.9. I don't know where that product went because I don't think I wore it. Next is my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Powder. This is what it looked like last time. And here we are today. So it doesn't look like much has changed to me. Maybe it'll look more different in the photos. I've been focusing more on the top so that I can get both colors mixed together. Once I finish this project, I'm just gonna, you know, crush it up and mix both colors together because I mix them together when I wear them, but I didn't want it to significantly change, unlike, you know, the powder, the blush and stuff like that with repressing, because I can still totally use it the way it is. I just think it'll be a little bit less complicated if I, you know, mix them all together. Next is my Dior lipstick. I have a little bit of paper progress. I will insert it here. It is very minute, but it is there. I am wearing it today over a like pinky My Lips But Better lip liner because that's what I'm panning right now. Here's what it looks like. It is definitely still slanting, but I was able to make a little bit of a line. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna finish this by the end of the year. I'm gonna keep working on it into next year. I've even tried using this as a blush a few times. I don't love the look of it, because it is very pigmented and very stark, like even more stark than how I wear my blush normally. And I've tried putting it on underneath my foundation too, and I still don't like the look of it. So I'm gonna keep trying and seeing if I can find a way to wear it so that I can get it used up, because a friend of mine bought that for me for Christmas. It's very expensive, obviously. I don't want any of it to go to waste. That's why I'm trying to finish it. Next is my Glow Sticks liquid lipstick. It's still the same weight, 25.7 grams. I'm not surprised. This I've also used as a blush a couple of times, so I have worn it both as a blush and as a lipstick like it's supposed to be worn as. Another thing that I don't necessarily think I'll finish by the end of the year, but it has holes in it. Like, I don't know if you can see that very well at all, but there are like windows showing through it and everything. So it's another thing that I'm just gonna kind of keep working on. I'll put it in a project pan next year and see if I can finish it off, because finishing off a liquid lipstick is a freaking accomplishment and I kind of want to. And I've only ever finished off like one full-size one before, and it was a much darker color, so. But I wore it a lot more often. Next is my lip gloss. This is no longer clear because I didn't clean it up as many times as I should. It's the Grande Lips Hydrating Lip Plumper. This is just the little mini that comes with the doe foot instead of the full size that comes with the little clicky pump thing that will break on you. Trust me, I've panned a full one. It broke on me. The weight went from 8.5 to 7.6. There's only like 2.2 grams of product in here. So I'm right on track to using this by the end of the project, which is why I picked this, because it was the least amount in any of the lip glosses that I wanted to work on. All right, so my 3 body products, or my 3 non-makeup products. First is the body product. I have not used this, and I will tell you why. It's because I've realized that it clogs the absolute shit out of my bathtub drain. Like, the way my bathtub is built in this house, it's not the best at draining anyway. Adding in this thick, like, body moisturizer in shower body moisturizer on top of it, the tub doesn't want to drain at all. So I can't use it while taking a bath. I have to save it for taking showers. I don't take a lot of showers because I'm lazy. This is affecting another product in another project pan. I'd rather sit in a bathtub than stand in a shower. Forgive me for being lazy. But this is a good product. It's just gonna clog the shit out of your drain. Which I'm not surprised, it's a really thick body conditioner. They kind of do that. But my tub can't handle it because it has issues on top of it. So I don't foresee this getting a lot of progress in the next month. Last time it weighed 195.6 grams. It weighs exactly the same. I did get it under 200 grams and I've used up basically 100 grams of product. So I'm happy with the progress I made. Next is the Kylie Foaming Face Wash. I got a little more progress on it this month. Here are my progress marks. I knew I wasn't gonna finish this by the end when I put this in here. So I was just like, hey, I have a spot for a product and a few months left. Let me put in something that I know I want to work on. Its weight went from 199.1 to 176.2 grams. And finally, the Verbs Beach Spray, or Sea Spray, technically. But another thing that even though I threw this in like May, I knew for a fact that it takes me like a year to finish up a full size of this. So I just needed to fill out a spot. Here are my progress marks. I am about 2 months from using this up, I believe. Going by just my previous progress marks. Last time it was 74.1 grams. This time it is 59.2. So things I think I will finish by next month. The spray, the lip gloss, and I really think that's about it. I don't know if the ladies who started this, Haley and Kat, are doing this again next year, so I don't know if this is going on. If they are, I will be doing it because I really like the, the whole spreadsheet thing they have going on. It's very organized. I appreciate that. So anything in here that I don't finish, I will probably just roll into the same project pan next year. If I'm continuing working on it, if this project goes on. But I'm also at the end of next update, which is like the beginning of January technically. I'm gonna have a montage of pictures of everything that I finished up in every category. Because every category has at least something. Except for the lipstick and the liquid lipstick and the brow powder, which I put in that category because they just had like brow product for that. So that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you later. Bye!